Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very second live stream of the Arana United Futsal League's community futsal competitions. Our very first live stream for our mixed Opens 14 Plus comp, with a new one we have this winter 2026 season. Before we get into the match, a very big thank you to our sponsors, Allied Loan Brokerage and also McSwan Hunt. And a lovely finish there by McSwan Hunt, number 22, putting multiple Scoregasms up 1-0 straight away. Pointing at the camera there, he knows where it is. And just to thank you to our sponsors again, Allied Loan Brokerage is headed up by a chartered accountant, meaning clients get access to a higher level of financial know-how when it comes to financing. They don't just consider the rate, they also consider your overall best picture to best match you with the solution that aligns with your goals. For more information for Allied Loan Brokerage, please contact us afterwards if you wish. Also from McSwan Hunt, our previous sponsor and current sponsor as well. McSwan Hunt are a boutique Brisbane-based tax firm that specialise and pride themselves on acquiring the best tax results for their clients. You can get a complimentary business tax review on request. For more information about McSwan Hunt, the accountants that take care of business, visit their website at www.mcswanhunt.com.au. That's MCSWANHUNT.com.au. Also, a big thank you to the City of Moreton Bay, who provided grant assistance for this mixed competition that we're currently live streaming. So thank you very much, City of Moreton Bay, for the assistance with the grant there. My name is Adam, for those that may not know. I'm the president of Arana United Futsal Club and the operations manager for Arana United Futsal Leagues. And with all that out of the way, I'm very excited to get into this match. A lovely chip over the top there. Well followed up there by Leighton Innes. 2-0, team in pink, not even 2 minutes elapsed. Beautiful setup there and a beautiful chip. Our team lists today. For team in pink multiple Scoregasms, we have number 3 in goals, Gareth Troy. We have number 7, Grace Hancock. Number 11, Leighton Innes. Number 22, Aman Sandar. Number 15, Oliver Miles, who's just played a lovely ball to Aman Sandar as we speak. And a lovely finish and a link up there. 3-0 within 3 minutes for them. And lucky last, we have Kathy Nowak just coming on, filling in today. For the Offsiders team in blue, today in attendance we have number 2, Lauren Coolin, number 11, Paul Coolin, who is in goals at the moment. We have number 6, Zabdi Maroske, number 4, Craig Kennedy, and number 14, Monique Hartz. Now, Sandar with the ball in the middle. Plays it across to Miles. Goes with his off foot on the right, who's normally a left footer. Plays back to Sandar, nice and composed, no rush here. Gets inside the red line, well finished there by Sandar. He knows exactly where he needs to be to finish that. And it looks like got a bit of confusion here. Got a play on by the referee, and Oliver Miles will slot it home instead. 4-0 the lead, 3 minutes elapsed. Now there are some specific mixed competition rules that differ from your typical futsal match that we impose here at Arana United Futsal Leagues. The first rule of competition for mixed is that since it is a mixed competition, there must be at least one female player present on the pitch at all times, which, as you can see, both teams have. The other competition rule that we have for our mixed comp is the non-female players, or in this case the male players playing today, have to be inside that red third line that goes across the goals to score. Otherwise, if they are outside of the red line and score, it'll be a goal clearance instead, back to the keeper. Without further ado, back to the game. We got Gareth Troy playing it short to Hancock. Play to Miles in the middle, got a lot of space, plays it through to Sandar, a lovely run, and well shut down there by Hards. It looks like Offsiders will get the ball in the corner here. Going to play it out of their defensive half. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask. Keeps composed over to Kennedy. Beats one, can't keep it in. Barely. And we've got the referee, we're waiting for a decision, blue kick. He has kept it in, touched away there by Nowak. Maroske plays it in, Kennedy. Shot from Kennedy, blocked there by Novak. Hards with the ball. Tries to get it past Miles, can't get it through. Gets through to Kennedy, and again Miles shuts it down. Hards tries to get it through 3 times. Miles on the counter attack, over to Nowak. Shot, lovely goal there by Kathy Nowak, the newcomer. That'll make it 5-0 within 5 minutes. It's going to be a tough ask for Offsiders here to overcome this deficit already, given that they have no substitutes today and the team in pink has the one sub, as you can see. So already up against the wall there, Offsiders. My apologies. There is one competition rule I did miss from the very start. Female goals count as 2 goals on the scoreboard. So as you see, Kathy Noakes scoring the last goal, we counted as 2 instead of just the typical 1. So we've got, instead of a 5-0 lead, we have a 6-0 lead. My apologies there. Attacking corner here. What can we make of it? Hancock to play it in. Lovely ball in the middle. No one's marking. Kennedy stops it. And Hancock will get the ball back for multiple Scoregasms. Over short. Can't quite connect. Over to Sandar on the far side. Sandar looking to put his skills on. Hits it back post. Well saved there by Paul Cullen. A little bit of a wayward clearance there. Intercepted. It'll come to Miles on the halfway line. Beats 1. What can he do with it now? Plays to the back post. Hancock not quite able to get it through the near post. Paul Cullen will have the ball for Offsiders from the goal clearance. Assessing his options. Decides late to go long. Finds Hards at feet. Blocked there. Over to Hancock. He's cherry picked. And a lovely stop there by Lauren Cullen to Paul Cullen. Composed defense there. Kennedy plays it wide to Hards. Back to Kennedy. Heavy touch. Looks like Miles will have it covered. Got himself into a bit of trouble. Kennedy's got the ball. Great save by Troy there. And now they're tracking back Offsiders. Good transition there. Over to Sandar in the attacking half. Can he do it? Well saved there by Cullen. Turn to Lauren Cullen. That was Paul there in the goal making the save. Lauren Cullen retains possession. Shadowed out there by Miles, and they'll get a kick in on the side. Over to Sandar. Sandar, what can he do? Plays a lovely little ball. Just too heavy, unfortunately, and Offsiders will get the kick in on the sideline. Just under 7 minutes elapsed here. A 6-0 deficit for Offsiders. Bit careless there by Paul Cullen, but he gets a bit lucky and will get the goal clearance back. Fortunately for Offsiders. Oliver Miles. To Amand Sandar. Back to Oliver Miles. Beautiful finish. You can tell these two players have played together quite some time. Almost like they're interlinked with their thoughts. 7-0 the lead now. You can see smiles all around there from Oliver and Amand. Morosky tries to get it through to Lauren Cullen. Can't quite get it. She does get the ball in the end. Can she retain possession? Not quite. And that'll be off Kennedy's head over to Pink for the kick-in. Leighton Innes here. Oliver Miles. Long to Amand Sandar. And Paul Cullen will grab it in. Nice and easy. Plenty of time to assess his options. Goes to Lauren Cullen. Beats 1. Can she keep going? Not quite. Gets a little touch there by Nowak in the middle. Innes tries to play it back to her, but can't quite connect. Lauren Cullen has the kick for Offsiders. Short to Kennedy. Got a block here from Sandar. Can he retain it? He does retain possession. Innes on the back post. Lovely run, lovely pass. 8-0 in favour of Pink. 8 minutes elapsed. And this deficit is becoming quite a tricky one. Plenty of time left to go. Still over 31 minutes remaining in this match though. Plenty of time for Offsiders to build some momentum. What can Kennedy do here? Tries to go around Innes. Slips out. Innes will get the ball with the kick in. Short to Miles. Back to Innes. Got a bit of space. Plays it across to Sandar. Some good movement here on show. Over to Miles. What can he do with it? Gets a bit fancy. And they'll get the kick in back. You just feel like they're getting a bit comfortable with their lead here. There's a little bit lack of attention to detail here. Comes to Innes. Kennedy pickpockets him. He's got a 2v1 opportunity. Gets it to Morosky. Back to Kennedy. Puts on a shot. Sandar gets there for a recovery and defense. Now short to Lauren Cullen. Back to Kennedy. Centers to through the legs of Morosky. Over to Hards. No one's here to mark Leighton Innes. Well intercepted by Hards there. Back on the attack now for Offsiders. Kennedy. Sandar's there to shut it down. It will be kicked in for multiple Scoregasms. Well done there by Sandar to win it back. Miles here. Loses control. Comes to Lauren Cullen. Has a think about playing it back. Decides to keep it. Does play it back in the end to Hards. A bit of time and space here. to assess. Miles pickpockets. Using that skill on the ball there. Innes turns, and lovely turn there by Leighton Innes, beating out Paul Cullen there in the goals. 9-0 the lead, 10 minutes elapsed. We've got to keep a change here for Offsiders. We have Craig Kennedy going in goals and Paul Cullen coming onto the pitch. That goal by Leighton Innes was reminiscent of the one of the goal of the week contenders from Arana Gooners in the Opens comp. A lovely little turn there and well finished. Might be a strategical choice to put Craig Kennedy in the goals here for Offsiders. He had a massive performance last week in goals. And you just think that he might be able to stem the clog a little bit and hopefully build some momentum for Offsiders. Paul Cullen to Lauren Cullen. Miles takes the ball. Chips it middle. Hards wins it on the head. Gets a touch off Miles. Troy Compose just puts it out to the sideline. No need to be in the dangerous territory there. They've got sizable lead. They don't need to get too tricky. Paul Cullen to Lauren Cullen, and she scores. The link up between the two partners there, Paul and Lauren Cullen, on the left foot, beats Troy, could not quite get it out, and that'll be Offsiders on the board, 9-2 the score now. Now kickoff will be with Hancock. Pressed there by Miles, but he's gotten it to a Sandhar. Sandhar tries to get a little bit tricky, and Paul Cullen's not having any of it. Gareth Troy will be restarting with a goal clearance. Looks long, Troy goes long. Through the framework there, somehow doesn't hit the roof or the framework. Kennedy with the ball with Offsiders. For those that may not know, in futsal, if the ball does collide with the roof or any sort of structure, building, or something like this, the opposition team will get the kick in as a restart. So whoever's touched the last opposition will get it. Couldn't quite get there, Paul Cullen, couldn't quite finish it, and now we've got a 3v1 opportunity. Sanders got the ball. Well done there by Kennedy, covered the ground on the back post. You thought for sure that would have been a tap in, but Kennedy's gotten there. Paul Cullen, Lauren Cullen, left foot, just wide. Very, very good effort. And you just sort of sense here that Offsiders are starting to build a bit of momentum on their opponents. They're getting a little bit lazy and a little bit complacent, multiple Scoregasms, but Offsiders are starting to perhaps build some momentum that they can pivot off and maybe cut down the sleeve some more. Sandar with the ball. Plenty of time and space for Miles. He has many, many years to make a decision. Tries to go for Sandar. He's looking for that link up again. Couldn't quite get it this time. Kennedy a bit heavy on the throw. Hards couldn't quite control it. So Miles get the kick in now. Tries to play it through to Sandar. Doesn't quite get there. Morosky with a good intercept. Hancock. Morosky nearly pickpockets Hancock. Plenty of time there for Troy. Still kept in there by Miles off Gareth Troy's clearance. Paul Cullen with the 50-50. Now Hancock's going to win it back. Sandar with the ball. Still got the ball, Sandar. Has a shot well blocked there by Hards. It'll be a corner kick. You see that the corner's taken on the wrong line, they'll get to retake it on the black one. Take 2 corner. Bit of celebration there by Hancock. Could that be the forecast of what's to come? Yeah, maybe indeed. Sandhar with a lovely back post shot, and Hancock's premature celebration there turns into a short-lived premature one. It does come to fruition with Sandhar on the back post slotting it away. 10-2 the score with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. There's an important goal there to get back on Offsiders, just to cut their momentum a little bit and just sort of bring it back to level. Nowak tries to come through the middle. Cullen's got the ball. Paul Cullen, he can't quite get it past. Nowak with the transition. Kennedy will knock that one up nice and easy. Through to Lauren Cullen. Sandar's there. Good 50-50 challenge. Sandar comes out with it. Gets it through. Kennedy's there and makes the save. Well done, Kennedy. Hancock wins the ball. Picks pockets. Paul Cullen. It will be multiple Scoregasms with the kick again. And they've got a real chance to build on their lead here. Play back to Innes. Over to Sandar. Tries to flick it past. Can't quite connect. And will be a kick in here for Offsiders. It'll be interesting to see how long Offsiders can keep up the tempo set by multiple Scoregasms here. With no substitutes going into the second half, it's going to be a tricky one. Played by Kennedy, over to Hards. Well shut down there by Sander. Paul Cullen with the ball. Gets through to Lauren Cullen. Over to the other side, Hards with the possession. Back to Paul Cullen. Can they take control of it? Can they make something of it? Blocked by Hancock. Somehow scraps through. Gareth Troy. How has he made that save? I don't know, but what a save by Gareth Troy to somehow deny Offsiders of a comeback goal there. Hancock with the kick in. Sander, plenty of time. Good run by Innes there. They've stopped. They should just keep playing here. And they do decide to keep playing eventually. Sander beats Paul Cullen, crosses it in the middle, just a little bit behind the player, unfortunately. Couldn't quite connect. Morosky with the ball. Turn here by Noak. Beats one, beats two. Can't quite beat the third. Paul Cullen, the last line of defence. Good enough for Offsiders. And Paul play it. Can't get it to Morosky. Sandar's there. 1v1. Nice lovely touch. Touch across the side. Couldn't quite control Noak there. Paul Cullen will play it. Sandar's intercepted it. Craig Kennedy's done enough to put Sandar wide. What can Sandar do with it in the corner here? He's kept possession. Kicked into Morosky for a corner for multiple Scoregasms. Bit hard to see down the corner here, unfortunately. It's still one little blind spot we have. Sandar will take the corner. Paul Cullen puts it out and Sandar will get the kick in again. Looking in the middle, plays it short to Hancock instead. Hancock laterally across to Innes. Plenty of time. Finds Sandar in the corner. Support runners and the back post. Does get it there. Past the defenders a little bit slow. Paul Cullen intercepts. But can't keep it in. Leighton Innes. Across to Sandar. We're hearing that name a lot this game. Beats one. Can he retain possession? A lovely ball by Sandar there. And finished on the back post by Kathy Noak. 11-2. That would be 12-2, I believe, for multiple Scoregasms there. Nice play and a nice finish. Had to be there. And Sandar got the ball through. And there we are. Another goal. Well, Lauren Cullen can't quite get it across the Hards. They're tracking back. Craig Kennedy makes an amazing save. I don't know how he saved that. We'll just get the goals fixed up before we restart here. By the referee, Dawn Millard there, just asking them to fix up. They will continue. So Paul Cullen will get the ball as the ball just goes straight out. Morosky gets the ball. Keeps possession. Miles is there though. Can she build on it? Not quite. Miles shatters it out. And turns it over straight away. Back to Offsiders for the kick now. As we saw there, the ball hitting that structure on the roof comes to the kick in for the opposition team. Good chance here to make something of it. Well in the attacking third. Lauren Cullen with the kick. Tries to scoop it up over the defenders. Doesn't quite get it. Hancock plays it to Sandar. They got a 2v1 here with Miles in support. Gets it to Miles. Bit of tricky action there. Can't quite finish, unfortunately. Definitely looking for that highlight reel clip. And rightfully so, to have a bit of fun. They've got a decent sized lead. Why not have a bit of fun and try and make something of it? Kennedy will have the ball. Tries to get it along to Lauren Cullen. Doesn't quite get there. A bit of an aerial contest there. Paul Cullen wins it. Excuse me. It'll be turned over to Miles. Plays it long. Gets it to Sandar. He can't quite volley it in. That would have been a spectacular finish if he managed it. A lovely ball by Miles. Can't finish. Kennedy will play it to Lauren Cullen in the middle. Hards gets a touch. Back to Lauren Cullen. Plenty of space. Tries to play through to Paul Cullen. Doesn't get there. Gareth Troy with the composed little save. Plenty of time there. Tries to get it to Innes. Does make it there. Plays it to Miles. Long ball and they'll get a corner back. As we see Miles running in for support in the near post, they go middle. Kennedy's there and looks for the long player, but didn't put his head up and there was nobody there. Morosky putting pressure on Miles. Gets it to Innes. Innes beats one. Decides to hold it. Hancock. Can't quite contain possession. Hards 3v1 counter-attack opportunity for Offsiders. Hards. Over to Paul Cullen. Saved by Troy. And I believe it will be a blue kick-in. Yes, it will be a blue kick-in. What a save by Gareth Troy to cut down the 3v1 there. Morosky. Hards is in support in the near post. Doesn't play it, tries to go middle. Goes to Paul Coolin, blocked by Innes. Blocked by Innes again. 2 shots by Paul Coolin, 2 blocks by Leighton Innes. Hancock dispossessed. Can't quite retain possession. Hards with the last attempt before half time. Goes wide. And half time, we've got a 12-2 lead in favour of multiple Scoregasms over Offsiders. It's going to be a difficult mountain to climb for Offsiders. They've got a sizable difference to try and win back. As we see the teams changing benches there at half time. A little bit of futsal trivia for those that may not know. The reason that teams swap benches at half time is so that the teams are within their respective defensive substitution zones for the half that they're in. So for those that may not know, unlike in football where you can make substitutions off anywhere on the field that's closest to wherever you are, in futsal your substitutions have to actually be on and off in front of the bench. It's meant to be a specific area. Usually on an international pitch it would be marked by a couple of little dashes. We don't have those markings here, but as you can imagine, in front of the benches roughly is about where you want to come on and off here. It'll be interesting to see what Offsiders try and do to implement a comeback of sorts. Kennedy did a good job in goals there for the duration that he was in, taking over from Paul Coolin, only conceding 3 within the 9 to 10 minute time frame. So Kennedy's done a good job there for Offsiders to stem the bleeding a bit. Notably, Craig Kennedy did win the mixed save of the week for round 3 with a spectacular ground save, somehow initially making a save into a, I guess you could say, a diving save on the ground to somehow keep out an almost certain goal. And it worked wonders for them to stem the bleeding, but you just feel like they're missing that little bit of attacking spark Offsiders, and maybe looks like Kennedy will come back on the pitch and maybe he can provide some of that. So we've got a goalkeeper change for Offsiders. It'll be Lauren Coolin that will go into goals. Craig Kennedy will come onto pitch. It looks like Gareth Troy for multiple Scoregasms will stay in goals based on the way his bib's still there and he's holding the gloves. Although an interesting one, because typically Leighton Innes usually playing in the goalkeeper role for multiple Scoregasms. He number 11 there. And it does look like there's going to be a goalkeeper change, in fact. Who will go into goals? I don't know. I guess we'll see. So both teams making goalkeeper changes. Looks Grace Hancock will go into goals and Gareth Troy will come into pitch to start off the second half. So Offsiders will keep the ball from the kickoff. Team trailing 12-2 gets the ball. Morosky tries to play it over to Hards. Couldn't quite control it. And straight across the other side, and Offsiders get the ball back. Craig Kennedy, the man of the moment with his saves in the first half. Oliver Miles tries to play through Morosky. Morosky, like a brick wall, 3 attempts to get past her, none doing. And an important touch there by Hards to try and keep it out. Sandar tries to play it across to Noah, doesn't get there. Paul Coolin intercepts. Beats one, but can't keep it in, unfortunately, for Offsiders. Kathy Noah with the kick in. Short to Sandar. Across to Gareth Troy, a bit of time and space. Plays it beautifully in the middle of the Miles. Lauren Coolin with the save, good save there by Lauren. Good effort there by Miles on the shot. Plays it to Kennedy in the middle, tries to get it to Hards. Sandar pickpockets. Miles on the attack. Kennedy did a good job there to put pressure. What's Miles doing here? He's looking for a highlight. A bit of a smile there as it doesn't quite come off. Ball's played from Lauren Coolin in goals. Over to Hards. Paul Coolin's got the ball. Sandar intercepts. It'll be Hards for Offsiders with the ball. He's got to play quickly. He doesn't want to get a 4-second infringement. Does play within the 4 seconds. Paul Coolin gets it across to Morosky. Can't quite connect. Just couldn't find her feet, unfortunately, for Offsiders. Excuse me. Sandar. Played to Noah. Decent attempt at a shot on the back post. goes wide, and it looks like Offsiders will get the goal clearance. So Lauren Coolin plays it short to Paul Coolin. Plays it in the middle of the Kennedy. They're not really pressuring. Ahmad Sander picks it, and Lauren will take possession. Lauren Coolin here from the goals. Long throw finds Morosky. Gareth Troy's there to put enough pressure, and it has been put out on the sideline. Gareth Troy will take the kick. Short to Sander. Bit of movement by Troy, giving them some options. Very good. Sander plays in the middle, tries to find a gap. None doing. Plays it to Miles in the middle. Does get it past one over to Kathy Noack. Blocked there by Monique Cards. Back to Noack and to Sandar now. Sandar tries to get past Paul Coolin, and he does. Looks like he beats Paul Coolin with a soft touch, and then beats Lauren Coolin with the power shot to make it 13-2 the lead now. As he does come off after that effort. And late minutes comes on. Good tackle there by Troy on Kennedy. Kennedy wins it back. Bit of a battle here by Troy and Kennedy. A good battle, and Gareth Troy does put it out on the sideline. A nice little battle between those two players. Kennedy plays it quickly in the middle of the Hearts. A little bit high. Paul Coolin retains it somehow off the bounce, and Hancock can't quite get there. Paul Coolin will bring the deficit back to 10, 13-3, the scoreline. An important goal for Offsiders. All points are important for them at this point. Innes in the corner there. Kennedy's put it away and tries to play it to Troy in safety, but goes past him unfortunately. Now we've got Hards. Plays it to Paul Coolin. He's got a bit of time. Morosky, nice touch. Can she do it? Not quite. Good little setup there from Paul Coolin to Morosky. Zabdi Morosky. I apologise if my pronunciation is not quite the best. Hancock plays it to Troy. Nice touch there by Kennedy, bit heavy, and Miles will retain it. Over to Troy. Little bit of a scuffle here. Kennedy's fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Well done by Kennedy and cleared by Hancock. Over to Morosky. Cleared by Hancock again. And looks like Leighton Innes will have possession. Over to Kathy Noack. Back to Leighton Innes and can't quite get there. A little bit heavy, unfortunately. So the goal clearance for Offsiders. Played across the Hards. Need a bit of movement for Hards. She doesn't have really many options. Unfortunately, everyone was marked by a pink player. Kathy Noack has a kick in. Plays it back to Grace Hancock. Bit of time here. What can she do with it? Short to Miles. Can't beat Coolin. He's got a good open look and can't get the foot in the right spot, unfortunately. And Grace Hancock will get the goal clearance again. You feel like that was a missed opportunity for Offsiders that could have really used that goal. Troy plays it on the sideline. Kathy Noack controls. Beats one. Tries to beat a second. Falls to Lauren Coolin for the goalkeeper for Offsiders. Monique Hards plays in the middle. Paul Coolin. Plenty of movement by Paul Coolin despite having no subs. It's giving them a bit of hope here on offense. With a kick in from Gareth Troy. Plays it short to Innes. Finds Kathy Noack. Back to Innes. Retains possession. We've got a bit of space. Intercepted there by Kennedy. Some good ball movement and some good speed here by multiple Scoregasms. You see the clearly superior team ball movement. Leighton Innes takes a long shot. Blocked there by Lauren Coolin. Kathy Noack tries to get it past Craig Kennedy. Can't do so. Monique Hards on the counter attack. Tries to get it to Kennedy in the middle. Can't quite get there, unfortunately. Grace Hancock will have the kick in. Short to Innes. Tries to find Miles. Miles gets a lovely touch. And a beautiful play there set up by Leighton Innes. Finished by Oliver Miles. A nice bit of an indication there by Miles there to the camera. But a lovely little play there by those two. And that'll be 14-3 the lead extended to. Got to give credit to the assist for Innes there. A magnificent pass. Morosky trying to repeat the heroics that we just saw from Innes. Can't find Paul Coolin. Grace Hancock. Tries to get it to Miles. Can't quite get there. Looks like Miles is just sitting high up pitch and looking for long balls. And it's worked once. Perhaps it can work again. Lauren Coolin plays long. Paul Coolin on the head. Kathy Noack. Paul Coolin beats the challenge. Makes a challenge on Kathy. Now Monique Hards will have the kick in. She's got to go quickly. She's running out of time. Does get there just in time. I don't believe there was a touch there, but we'll see what the referees say. So we've got Teddy Andrews calling a corner here. Seen a touch off the goalkeeper there. He's got a better position than I do from up top. Paul Cullen plays it middle, gets a touch off Miles, so they'll retain possession. Many cards for Offsiders. Good run there by Paul Cullen. Can't get it to him though. Oliver Miles intercepts. Paul Cullen pickpockets him. And can't quite get past Troy, and Troy does end up getting the clearance. Kennedy, nice little toe there to Morosky, but can't control. Gareth Troy with the kick in. Tries to play it to Miles, and it'll be a kick in for Offsiders. So Zabdi Morosky with the kick in for Offsiders. Has to go quick. Does play it. We need cards. A bit of time and space here. She's looking to make something of it. As you can see by the body language, trying to force the issue. Perhaps a bit of time could have been used there instead. You do understand the time is ticking down for Offsiders and they do need to make something. Oliver Miles gets the ball through for minutes. Puts it a bit wide, and Lauren Cullen will have it for Offsiders. Lauren Cullen from the goals. Has to hurry. Does get it off. Bit of a battle there between Zabdi Morosky and Kathy Noack. Hards tries to get it. Miles with the chip. Can't find Noack. Once again, if my pronunciations for your names are slightly incorrect, I do apologise. Monique Hards got the kick in. Plays it short to Cullen. Does get it through to Zabdi Morosky. Gareth Troy's on her. Morosky beats one. Can she retain it? Leighton Innes, composed touch there to keep possession. Kathy Noack with the touch. Uh-oh, here we go. Zabdi Morosky intercepted. And a good comeback goal there by Offsiders. A much needed one. And that'll be worth 2. 14-5, the deficit. Well positioned there by Zabdi Morosky. And just in the right place at the right time. And she's got an important goal for Offsiders. We've got to keep a change here. So Grace Hancock will come into pitch. And Leighton Innes going into his preferred goalkeeper role now. Will he be on the mixed Save of the Week contenders? Time will tell. So Monsanto's just come back on. And the ball played by Cullen. Be over to Leighton Innes for the goal clearance. Does play short to Sandar. Looks like Paul Cullen giving back some after that, 50-50. Kennedy waves him off and says, no, I've got this. Does get it through to Miles. Paul Cullen trying to press the issue. Gets it through to Monique Hards. What can we do with it? A lovely fast ball. Craig Kennedy, a nice team goal there by Offsiders. Starting from the intensity from Paul Cullen on the sideline. Finds the pass across to Monique Hards. A quick ball, well identified by Monique. Over to Craig Kennedy and finished on the near post. A lovely goal there, 14-6. And you just start to feel, could this be the momentum that they need to start a comeback? 10 minutes remaining, 8 goals the deficit. Sandar has the ball at the back. Over to Hancock. Tries to play back to Sandar. Paul Cullen intercepts. Plenty of legs on Paul Cullen. He doesn't seem to run out of them. Played long by Leighton Innes. Does find Miles in the head. Kathy's suggested to Miles she's got it, but Miles takes it. Sandar retains possession. Bit of time. Chips it across to Hancock. Can't connect. It'll be Monique Hards with the kick in. Hards tries to play along to Kennedy. Gets intercepted by Hancock with a touch to Sandar. Back to Hancock. Nice little save there by Lauren Cullen. Trying to use the counter-attack opportunity. Nice touch there by Sandar. Well done there by him. Important touch. Gets it to Hancock. Over to Kathy Noack. Just sprays it wide. Couldn't quite get the toe through to the middle. Lauren Cullen does well to close the gap. Lauren Cullen throws it long. Sandar intercepts. Bit of time here for Sandar. Shut down by Paul Cullen and Zabdi Morosky. Monique Hards with the counter-attack. Can't find Craig Kennedy. So Aman Sandar had the kick. Short to Miles. Back to Sandar. Spreading the pitch a little bit there. It's starting to spread out Miles and Sandar. Gets the ball through the middle. Kathy Noack. Intercepted there by Paul Cullen. Monique Hards, can she retain possession? Does do so. Gets the middle to Cullen. And a nice little chip over Leighton Innes. Saw that Leighton Innes was diving low and decides to chip it over him rather than blasting it on the ground fast. Well identified there by Paul Cullen. And a lovely ball there by Monique Hards to set that up. 14-7. Only 7 goals the deficit now. That's the last 3 goals scored by Offsiders. This could be the start of a comeback. Martin Sanders tries to press the issue. It does go to Miles. Toe poke wide. Lauren Cullen's got the ball. Looking for options. No one's really opening up for it. Paul Cullen gets the ball. Has to play it out. And there's no options there for Offsiders. Nobody creating any options or space, unfortunately. Forced to play it short and forced to get rid of it. So Sandar will have the ball on halfway. Paul Cullen gets the ball. Off his chest. Tries to flick it back to Kennedy. Bit of a scuffle there. Paul Cullen's still going with it. Shot there by Cullen. Well saved by Innes to cut down that angle. Important positioning there by Innes to make that save. Cullen tries to play in the middle. Goes over everybody over the sideline. So we've got multiple Scoregasms, got the kick in here. Played to Miles from Kathy Noah. Aman Sandar, he's got the volley opportunity. Just sprays it over the bar. Good effort by Sandar. Well covered by Cullen. So Lauren Cullen's got the ball and the goals. Looks for a long throw. Craig Kennedy's on it and finds the goal. 14-8. Craig Kennedy from a lovely ball by Lauren Cullen. Multiple Scoregasms just caught lacking in the back there, unfortunately. And the deficit is now just 6 goals with 7 minutes remaining. Spoke about a potential comeback, and I do believe we are seeing the start of one. 4 straight goals scored by Offsiders, counting for 5 due to the female goal to start it off. And Offsiders, can they continue the momentum? Kennedy, Paul Cullen's energy has sparked it to life, assisted well by Monique Cards and Zabdi Morosky as well. Craig Kennedy, in traffic, beats one. Zabdi Morosky's got the ball, 3v1 opportunity. Well shut down there by the defense, saved by Leighton Innes. Gets it through to Hancock in the mid. Paul Cullen will try and take it up pitch. Composed save there by Leighton Innes, not much doing there. Monique Cards, good intercept. Tries to play it to Kennedy, nice idea, doesn't quite come off. Well pressured there by Zabdi Morosky. Plays across to Sandar, blocked by Cullen. We've got a 50-50 attempt here. Sandar beats him. 50-50 again off Kennedy this time. And you just see a little battle going on there by Aman Sandar and Paul Cullen. No love lost there between the two from that earlier no call, I believe Paul Cullen may have wished he got. So Zabdi Morosky will have the ball for Offsiders. Chips it long. Kennedy controls it on the chest. Well shot down there by Kathy Noakes. Still Kennedy gets the ball. Saved there by Innes. Well done to reposition in time. A little reflex save there, Innes. Well blocked there by Hancock. Corner again. Plays it back to Monique Cards. Comes off Hancock. And Hancock clears. And it'll be a kick in for Offsiders. Monique Cards in the attacking third for Offsiders. All 4 players in the attacking third. Only 3 of the defenders back. All of them are looking for a cherry pick opportunity. And Leighton Innes does find him, but Paul Cullen's back there to shut it down. Plays it back to Sandar. Little touch over Kennedy there. Not sure who this is going to. It stays in, actually. Oliver Miles tries to get the middle central ball to Kathy Noack. Comes off the defender. Finds back at Oliver Miles' feet. Nice save there by Lauren Cullen. That was going top corner for sure, and she's got the important touch to keep it out. Very, very important save there if the comeback's to be complete by Offsiders. Kathy Noack, intercepted by Monique Cards. Got a 2v1 here, Paul Cullen in support. Hards, cuts it inside, finds Cullen, saved there by Innes. Good diving save. And short to Sandar. Bit of time here, tries to play it middle. Morosky is there. I'm not sure who this is going to. It will be a pink kick. Again, excuse me. Paul Cullen intercepts. Hancock can't get there. Through Miles' legs. Got a 3v2. Hards. Plays it to Kennedy. Well shut down there by the defense. Kennedy gets it back. Well shut down again by Sandar. Good defense there by multiple Scoregasms to keep it out. Kennedy plays in the middle. Cullen just doesn't find the near post. A really good effort. And counter attack from the goal clearance over to Miles. Kennedy in the middle to intercept. Noack tries to clear. Tries to have a shot, sorry, Noack. And Hards shuts it down. Will be a corner. What can Kathy Noack do with it? Plays it to Grace Hancock. Intercepted by Cullen, we've heard that many times today. Tries to get it across to Morosky. Intercepted by Sandar this time. And we've got a goalkeeper change for the last 3 minutes. Don't believe the referees have seen that one. So we have Gareth Troy coming into goals for the last 3 minutes 15 seconds of this match. Leighton Innes going onto the bench. And we continue. Sandhar kicking. Finds Noak. Can't get it in the middle there. Zabian Roski in the attacking third will have the kick in, but there's no support at the moment. We need some movement from Offsiders. And it has been played short to Kennedy. Gareth Troy picks it up there. Paul Cullen pressing the issue. Kathy Noak beats one. Can she beat a second? Does so, but Zabian Ross there to clean it up. Short there by Kathy Noak, back to Grace Hancock. Plays across to Armand Sandal. Oliver Miles. Hancock. Bit of a heavy touch. Morosky's there to clean it up. Lauren Cullen completes the save and the defensive stop. Miles intercepts. Beats one. What can he do with it here? Tries to get it past Morosky. Not going to be done. Still retains possession somehow. Has a quick shot. Kathy Noak's there. Well saved there by Lauren Cullen. A double save. Important one for Offsiders. Time's running out though for Offsiders. Only 2 minutes 10 seconds remaining. Let's come all the way back to Sandar here. He's got a bit of time and space. He's not going to rush. Knows he doesn't need to do anything fancy with it. Just needs to open it up. Tries to find Kathy Noak. Can't do so. It'll be a goal clearance. Lauren Cullen needs to create some attacking opportunities. Offsiders, they do. Paul Cullen turns one. Gets it to Hards. What can she do with it? Plays in the middle back to Cullen. Paul Cullen, that is. And Paul Cullen unfortunately touches it out. Armand Sandal. Kathy Noak. Back to Sandal. Across the Miles, the attempt. Kennedy intercepts. One minute 24 remaining. Not much time left. Oliver Miles chips. Armand Sandal. On the chest. Well done there. Tries to get it through middle quickly. Kathy Noak with the shot saved by Lauren Cullen. Oliver Miles takes a touch there into the middle. Bit of traffic. 3v1. Opportunity for Offsiders. Morosky can't control, unfortunately. Over to Oliver Miles. Tries to play long to Sandar. And Lauren Cullen's taking a touch there. Not sure if it was coming off the post or going in. Just wanted to be safe. Sandar with the corner. Run in the middle there by Kathy Noak. Opening up space for Miles. Does play it short to Miles. Off the crossbar. And unfortunately Monique Hards can't get the block. Kathy Noak in the right place in the right time. That'll be 16-8 in favour of multiple Scoregasms. And with only 35 seconds remaining, that's got to be the game, you'd think. "25 seconds to go. Can either team make something of it? Offsiders can't, they put it out. Oliver Miles tries to press the issue, plays long to Sandhar. My goodness me, that is exactly like the blueprint from the goal of the week from mixed. For round 3, a chip from Oliver Miles finds Armand Sandar, and they've done it again. This time from the deep in his corner, Oliver Miles, and that'll be 17-8 to finish at full time. Multiple Scoregasms, 17 goals, Offsiders 8. A nice little finish there by the pink team. A nice little finish there by Sandar, and a good setup by Miles. Thank you all for tuning in to our Mixed Opens Winter 2026 competition. We hope you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we'll have plenty more streams to come during this Winter 2026 season. For reference, for those that may not be aware, we currently run 4 matches every match day on Sunday. We start at 4 p.m. with the Mixed Opens fixture, followed up by the Mixed Opens friendly match coming up at 4:50 after this. After those 2 mixed games, we have the 5:40 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Opens fixtures to round out our match day on Sundays. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. We hope to see you at the next one, and we hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you.